It took them long enough, but we finally have the website updates. What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys the announcements made in the Hobby Next Phase event. Okay, starting off, the full mechanics Gundam Aerial. The deconstructed view looks amazing. Like, just look at this. Full mechanics Gundam Aerial 2023 March release for 180 yen. I can't do the quick maths for without the tax, but yeah, you can do the conversions yourself. Looks like the perma crystals, well, the shell units, are gonna be they're not gonna be using in-mold parts as far as it seems. The perma crystals look like they're gonna be straight up clear parts. So yeah, you need to fill in the gaps yourself with black, I think, or else unless the shadows can do the job for you. These are just gonna be regular clear pieces, not smoke clear pieces, I believe, unlike the high grade, but oh my god. And of course, you can deconstruct the escutcheon, which is the official name of the shield, just a fancier way of saying shield to be honest, and put it onto the aerial for the bits-on form. The skirt pieces do have kind of like a flipping peg to plug onto the back skirts. The beam rifle can be formed with the gun bits, but while the escutcheon, it looks like it's gonna have a joint to open up the frontmost gun bits, the bit staves, and here we have the demonstration of the frame. So it looks like it's gonna have moving vent pieces, a full inner frame, yep, moving armor pieces, and here we have the included pieces, so hand parts, the beam blade for the beam rifle, standard beam sabers, and of course the escutcheon here. Okay, high grade Michaelis. We've been looking forward to this. It's going to be a January 2023 release as expected. It's getting closer and closer to my leaving time, but I believe I'm going to be able to review this. It isn't a matter of whether I want to review these anymore. The full mechanics Gundam Aerial may not be, because I don't really want something too big to hinder my move. It looks like it's gonna have the proper color, so it's not gonna be color inaccurate unlike the Beguir-Beu, and it looks like it's gonna have kind of like a fusion crush destroy manipulator, kind of like the turn Axis manipulator now that I think about it, which makes it a further shame that we don't have a high grade turn X. But it looks like it's gonna be a full reuse of the Beguir-Beu's frame, kind of like what I anticipated, just different armor stacked onto it. Some pieces are kind of except for the frame, some pieces are going to be reused from the Beguir-Beu, I believe. But you can fully open up the hand cannon and stick a beam inside of it. It looks like it's going to be the SB6 beams, unless they're going to be doing custom beams like what they did for the aerial. And we have a shield that can generate another beam. So apart from the hand cannon and the shields, the only extra inclusions are gonna be the beams. Next on the list, this is gonna be the Beguir-Pente. Now I called it a Beguir-Beu variant, the Beguir-Pente. Oh my, is it Pente or just Pent? I don't know. It's not English as far as I know. The Beguir-Pente is going to be releasing in January as well. So 2 of the Grassley House's Ace units are going to be releasing in January, which is very nice. It looks like an Alice version of the Beguir-Beu, now that I think about it. Well, kind of like the Brady Fox, I believe. Like the Brady Fox from Kyokai Senki. Kind of gives me that kind of vibe, mixed with a little bit of Ghost. So yeah, I'm not too sure what to feel about this, but it is definitely a Beguir-Beu reuse with a cross-shaped shield. Personally do prefer the Beguir-Beu more because it looks more unique, I believe. There's going to be kind of like a beam saber, I believe. Yeah, the beam saber is going to be stored in the shield with a joint. Not sure how precarious that would be, but it's whatever. The shield can extend to maybe suppressed gun format links, I believe, the permanent links. The rifle is going to have a moving handle, and the boosters can move, so it's just their typical Gundam loadouts. The beams, it looks like they're going to be using a darker shade of lime green, almost like an olive. It's definitely not the typical shade of lime green that we have seen, but the Beguir-Pente, definitely. I don't know, I still prefer the Beguir-Beu, but having the Beguir-Pente here, I can make a mix of both of them without the designs looking absolutely weird. Clearly, the design is reminiscent of G-Reco, but the Tickbalang, a February release, so it's the Atstella's version of the base Jabber. Just your standard, standard base Jabber with handles, mounting points for action bases. This is gonna be for 1,300 yen, 1430 with the 10% tax. This is going to have landing gear pieces that can deploy, so it's surprising me already. It's not for me. All I can say is it's not for me. It's shaping up to be a very good base Jabber type. If you want a Wish for Mercury version, developed by the Peel House, I'm assuming, because of the Zoworts there, another type of base Jabber with actual deployable landing gear and flip-out handles. Speaking of the Zowort, here it is. It's going to be a February release for 1,600 yen, so kind of like on the higher end. 1,600 yen, the Zowort. So for those of you Grunt fans out there, look forward to the Peel House's Grunt right here. Seems to be using the Universal Standard. We don't have any Peel House mobile suits yet. That's not going to be until December. It looks as though the completely new frame is going to be providing the Zowort with a lot of articulation. So yeah, top-notch articulation, another precarious beam saber storage. I don't know how many of you guys are going to snap the peg right there, but at least they're providing functional storage. I can't read the Japanese. It's an image. I can't do Google Translate right here, but it looks as though it's the standard beam gun, beam pistol. So all you're gonna get is the pistol and the beam sabers, and that's it. Moving on, here we have the Heindree. Never expected this thing to actually get a kit. It's going to be another February release for 1,600 yen, 1,760 with the 10% tax. Right off the bat, the primary weapon over here reminds me a lot of the Astre Noir, I believe. But this is our first kit of a Grassley House Grunt. So I believe they're going to be setting themselves up for a P-Bandai high-grade Heindree, just so it can be decimated by the Lfrith. But anyways, it's probably going to be sharing a lot of the... Well, it's probably going to be sharing the entire frame of the beguir-beu. So I'm not going to be too surprised there. The clear pieces are reverted to the back. What the hell? We are going to be getting a lot of articulation, but I believe it's just the standard frame from the beguir-beu, so it's nothing too special. But all we're going to get is two shields with kind of like the bayonet Astre Noir weapon kind of thing. Moving on. This is a Raphael Zabanya mix. This is the most traditional looking Gundam out of Wish for Mercury, and it's a Raphael Zabanya mix. What is this going to be called? Well, featuring shell units, of course. The Gundam Lfrith Ur. So, I guess that kinda confirms that the Lfrith still exists out there, or this is a completely different unit. Ox Earths, mind you. This might be developed by Ox Earths. So the Gundam Lfrith Ur, it's gonna cost 1,900 yen, 29T with the 10% tax, releasing in March. Raphael Zabanya with a little bit of CeraV right in there. That's all I can say about it. Big giant cannon on the back. Very simple shell units, just like the original Lfrith. I can't tell this is actually the Lfrith. Sorry for knocking something there if you could hear that. It looks like... Oh my god. The more I look at it, the more I feel like there are so many other designs mixed into this one. Raphael, Zabanya, a little bit of CeraV, and the Leopard Destroy. That's what I'm getting right here. It looks like it's going to be using a completely new frame, from what I can tell. It looks like it's going to be having a composite weapon, so it's going to have a Gatling gun attached to a shield with a beam saber stored inside. Open hands for the Lfrith frame. Nice. Although it's going to be using the pink beam, so but I guess the entire design is mostly cold color, so having blue beams would just be odd. But I cannot get myself to call this thing a Lfrith. It really depends on the backstory of the Lfrith Ur. Oh my god, this is definitely a Harut inspired design, I believe. This is definitely Harut mixed with something else. What is this called? The Gundam Lfrith Thorn. Another March release, this time for 1,600 yen, so around the same price as the original Lfrith. Oh, what the hell? it looks so squat. It's squat. Damn thighs though, am I right? But the Lfrith Thorn uses the same frame as the Lfrith Ur, whatever. It looks like it's also going to be another heavy firepower type. The bits on the back looks like it's developed from the gun bits of the shield. And it uses the same frame. Has a giant mega bazooka launcher, something like that, hyper mega bazooka launcher type of thing. Basically a high firepower unit using the same hands. Yeah, I do kind of like the sand color, but I can't get over the fact that the upper body had me in the first half. The upper body made me think it's going to be a very tall Gundam until I saw the chicken legs. Moving on, the Mirasoul flight unit, a January release. Oh my god, for 800 yen. Is this going to be another striker pack kind of thing? Extendable verniers, might as well. And 2 extra beam. No, these things replace the original beam saber storage. But thank god it does include open hands for the aerial. It doesn't attach onto the back of the aerial's backpack, but instead it replaces the entire backpack. Oh, I see. So, not too pissed about this. It does suit the aerial, I guess, with the wings and all. Given that I already like the normal bits on form for the aerial. Oh, what the hell? I've had someone buy me the Kotobukiya stand for displaying bits like that everybody likes to use, and now we have the weapon stand for the Witch from Mercury kits. So that is what the stand is from the Full Mechanics Aerial, I believe. Now we have a proper way to display the escutcheon spit staves. It also works on the Lfrith for the compo Gundam shield, which is nice, absolutely nice. So the arms, one set of these will give you 6 arms, so you will need 2 of these stands no matter what, because the Lfrith has 7 bit staves, the Aerial has 11. Better late than never, am I right? This is going to be releasing in January for 500 yen. 550 with the tax. So yeah, we get a lot of these adapters, base connectors, a whole tubes and stuff. And of course you have the Gundam Aerial, Gundam Lfrith use adapters, which is nice. Absolutely nice. So wait until January and you will have a very convenient way to send off all of the bit staves. There we go. We have 3 types of water decals coming: March, March, and March. Set 1 is going to be for the Aerial and the Beguir-Beu. Set 2 is going to be for the Michaelis and the Gundam Faract. And the set 3 is going to be for Guel's Dilanza and the Darabald. And apparently they are teasing a new product A releasing in March. Who knows what that is? It's definitely not another add-on set. So that's all the Witch from Mercury stuff. A lot to look forward to. Let's go on with the Legend of the Dragon Knight. What the hell is this? There's no English whatsoever. I can't tell you what it is. The Superior Strike Freedom Dragon. Couldn't tell you that it's a Strike Freedom initially. Clear open hands, because why not? God fingers all the way. And the backpack looks like it can detach from the body as an independent unit. Of course, it's gonna be entirely in gold. So, oh my god, this is gonna blow my eyes out. Okay, so next up for the Legend of the Dragon Knight, New Product A. I can't really tell you what this is based on. No, I can't really tell you what this is. Can't tell you what its capabilities are based on the photos here. It's just kind of like a Chongchi Strike Freedom Gundam statue kind of thing that just stands there looking cool if you painted it up. No, this is a dark version of the Superior Strike Freedom Dragon. So we're gonna go back to that plot again. Oh my god. Not really into any of these, honestly. Not really into any of these. These are either bombarded with gold and red, or just purple and silver, or black and silver. The big announcement for today, the Master Grade Zeta Gundam Ver Ka. So they are giving another crack at the Zeta Gundam, giving it a full transformation frame. Personally, I'm not too fussed about it. I expected it to be a Universal Century design, because why would they give us a Master Grade version Ka G self, even though they promised us like half a decade ago? It does look good, seems to have a very convincing transformation mechanic. Hopefully it does work well. It's going to be releasing in February 2023 for 7,150 yen. With the tax, so it's gonna be quite a hefty price tag if you ask me. But yet again, it's a Master Grade. I don't want it clogging up my storage for the move, so I'm not gonna be taking this. Plus, it's expensive. It's rather expensive because of the Ver Ka tag and engineering. So not really gonna be getting this. Wait, what? Well, I know of the Engage Gundam getting a kit. I know that the Engage Gundam is getting a kit, but a Master Grade Premium Bandai full glancer? What? What? It took them forever. And it's not like we're gonna be getting a Master Grade HFX to go with the Dark Count and the now Master Grade H1 full glancer. Like, they are getting plans for the Southern Cross Zaku's from Kukuru's Doan's Island. So for those of you who are looking forward to the Southern Cross team, here you go. They're planning it. We don't have much information about it other than they're planning it, so do look forward to that. But I want to talk more about the Engage Gundam. Well, or the Engage Zero as it's properly called. UC, you just really want to milk the UC dry, in my opinion. Like, if you're going to be paying attention to video games, I'm glad that those of you guys who want an Engage Gundam kit, or well, an Engage Zero kit, here you have it. There is your kit. It's going to be up for pre-order at the beginning of October. If they're going to be paying attention to video games, they might as well delve into the other corners of the Gundam video game world, because they've done the Pale Riders, they've done all of those, they've done the Code Fairy kits, and now UC Engage is going to be getting some attention. The Extreme Gundam Eclipse Phase begrudgingly got some attention, but nothing else after, because they know that we complain about the Extreme Gundam mold, yet we still ask for more Extreme Gundams. The next Extreme Gundams would also work as well, but I don't know. For those of you guys who want an Engage Zero kit, and maybe the plethora of P-Bandai add-ons that are going to be coming down the line, the Universal Centuries version of the Gundam Geminis right here. And of course, finally, let's talk about Master Grade SD. So what this line basically is I don't know whether or not it's going to be a bigger size, but according to the trailer, they're describing it as SDs produced with Master Grade engineering, starting off with the Freedom Gundam here, rolling out in January for 4,290 yen. So it's definitely expensive for an SD. So personally, I'm not going to be getting that, but it's extremely detailed. Even the Dichi etchings on the forehead crest. So I do admire the engineering that they're putting into this, and they are describing it as the most articulated SD ever. So there's no denying that it's going to be very playable. Look at all this articulation, man. Look at it. It's going to even have opening panels and moving thrusters and stuff. It's going to be, well, 11.5 centimeters tall. So it's the standard SD size. Wow. They're putting all of this into a standard SD size kit. Wow. That is admirable. Absolutely admirable. Clear pieces for the eyes, it seems. Reflection cut. Glowing pieces, I believe. Hopefully they glow in the UV. Who knows? Standard Gundam loadout, obviously. But yeah. For those of you SD fans who want basically Master Grade extreme versions of SD kits, here you go. Starting off with the Freedom, because obviously. And finally, something that has been displayed in the hobby show that they're doing alongside this. SD Cross Silhouette is back. SD Cross Silhouette is back with the Tornado Gundam. Now, I don't know anything about the Tornado Gundam, Whether it's a pre-existing design that is in some obscure SD lore, or is it a completely new thing? I don't know. A lot of the parts here looks painted, so I am not putting too high of hopes for this thing. But SD Cross Silhouette is back in proper capacity, man. Let's hope they don't kill it off again. So that is gonna wrap it up for this video. A lot has dropped, mostly which from Mercury. Some of those I have mixed feelings about, but I really need some more information and a full close-up look to fully develop my opinions on them. But which from Mercury, Master Grade Version Ka Zeta Gundam, Master Grade SD, Freedom Gundam, Cross Silhouette Tornado Gundam, a lot has been announced. So we have an entire slew of kits to look forward to in the first quarter of 2023. Definitely excited for a lot of these. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm sorry if it appears too long for you guys, but definitely there is a lot that announced. Thank you all so much if you have reached this point in the video. Tell me in the comments below, share your thoughts on the stuff that is announced today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more videos and Gunpla related content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Bye bye.